But yeah, let's get into weapons.
Have you seen this?
Have you seen it?
Have you seen this?
I know, I've seen this. I know this.
Okay. High level. We just got out of the theater.
Before that, do we want to do our description?
Adrian, that's why you're
This is
here.
why
It's
you're
just to
here.
like get us
There you go.
in
Keep us
order.
on.
You got
There
the
you go.
doc ready, please.
All right.
Tell us
so,
about Weapons.
Weapons 2025, directed by Zach Kreger. Last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Since you read it, go ahead and let us know your high level thoughts, and then we'll go to your
High level, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. It did remind me of other movies right away. As the story progressed, I was thinking of what is this familiar to? It definitely pulled from a few different horror flicks that I can see right away.
in
Hi-
particular.
yeah,
Without
but
spoiling?
I don't really
You wanna-
want to
okay.
spoil it.
That'll spoil. Okay, fair
We'll
enough.
save those for spoiler alert. But high level, it was good. I liked the story behind it. It was definitely believable. It had me tripping from the opening sentence when they're like, "This was a true story," to the rest of the movie.
Sure.
So I enjoyed it. It was a fun time.
You find it scary?
No.
No, not scary though.
No.
Fun, but not scary.
Yes.
Okay. Erica, what'd you think?
I had a lot of high hopes for this movie, and I was disappointed. I had heard I tried not to watch any trailers. I think I watched the first trailer that came out, and that was all I allowed myself to watch, because I really wanted to be surprised in the best way by this movie. It just did not hit for me. Um, I actually really liked the concept behind it. I don't know how true the story
Right.
is, right? So,
Right.
like, you get the dramatizations of certain stories and, this really happened. Like, everybody wants to bait you with that, where, like, sometimes it's like, oh, 2% of that story was accurate. Like, kids did go missing, but they found them the next day, kind of thing. But I don't know. I really wanted this to be better. I thought that certain people in the film had really great performances. And I was really impressed. But overall, I don't know. I wanted more.
In the story or the
I wanted more in the pace of the story, and I
mm.
think that maybe the arrangement of whose story we see first. So a small spoiler, you get different people's perspective and what they go and how they meet at this one point in time, which I absolutely love when movies can do that the right way. I just didn't like
the sequencing
the
felt off.
sequence. Yeah,
I
the
see.
sequencing didn't feel right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
I think between the two of you, I probably lean more with you. Disappointed, but at the same time, there's a lot of really interesting things in this movie. Like it's the whole time things are getting revealed as you go with the story, and I do appreciate how like you might not have any idea of the plot or like who the characters are and like their backstory to each other and things like that, and that gets revealed as the movie goes on. And I feel like typically when there's movies that are kind of sequenced like you're talking about, where we get kind of similar parts of the movie but provided from different perspectives, I tend to like that. But I also feel there's a lot there's a lot of different sequences, and I think that actually made the pace feel a little bit longer. Like, it is a long movie, it's just over 2 hours if I'm not mistaken, but the way they do sequence it makes it feel a bit longer. I didn't find it scary. I think like if
So can I mention that sequencing, because I actually enjoyed the sequencing. Only because it felt a little more like that movie Crash. I think it came out like
Sure.
2005, where each perspective was of the same story, the same thing, but you were getting different details from each perspective that
Crash
put the whole
happened at a
story
good
away.
pace.
Mhm.
I love Crash.
Yeah.
Love that movie. I think it's really, but it happens a lot faster. Like, you get to the bottom of everybody's story very quickly, and I felt like it took so long in this movie
to actually
for
land the
not
plane.
for not a very good, like, the reward at the end, like, it wasn't enough for how long it took.
Well, way to go. Did you have that fired up, Crash? 2004. Good job. Way to go.
I didn't have it queued up.
I haven't seen that in a while. I don't know how it holds up because there are a lot of stereotypes in Crash, but nonetheless,
Fair.
but I do like how kind of things intersect. But again, to your point, Crash is a bit more like everyone's tied in together. This isn't necessarily that. Like you
Crash
already,
seems hectic.
yeah,
You know?
I kinda think I needed
I
that
think-
hecticness.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of you kinda side with one of the parents, like, things aren't like, they aren't panicking enough for me that, like,
Mm,
these kids are missing, you know what I mean? Like,
mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have one parent and a teacher that are freaking out, are really passionate about finding the kids, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
get it.
expand beyond that. But
Right.
then again, there's already kind of a lot of perspectives that we look at.
Right.
True, and, like, the whole, like, mastermind part, like, behind it, like, you do have that factor, but we didn't get enough from that
That.
reward either.
Sure.
Like, we didn't get enough at the end of, like, the basically, like, the sole problem of the movie. Like, you knew it was a problem, but there was no why behind it, you know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
no, like, it alluded to a lot of things, and maybe that was the point, was to give people the chance to kinda, like, speculate about, like, what actually was happening,
Mm.
but I didn't enjoy that.
There, to that point, I don't think there's a lot of necessary clues for us to try to figure out what's happening. It's just like telling you parts of the story, not necessarily leaving breadcrumbs. There's one part where the parent you're talking about, again, this isn't really a spoiler, but he's kind of trying to figure it out. And
Uh-huh.
it's very limited the information we get. And that's about all we get as far as like we, the audience, trying to figure out and put together what's happening.
I think maybe we need to hit spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me bring in my guest real quick. My special guest today isn't going to necessarily summarize my experience or what I thought of the movie, but just more so of what was happening in the movie. And that would be Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump in Forrest Gump.
That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run. So I ran to the end of the road, and when I got there, I thought maybe I'd run to the end of town.
President Carter, suffering from heat exhaustion, fell into the arms
And
of
when I got
security
there,
agents.
I thought maybe I'd just run across Greenbow County. And I figured since I run this far, maybe I'd just run across the great state of Alabama. And that's what I did.
I just felt like running.
I'll cut and then we'll say, run, Forrest, run. I was running. A lot of running in this movie.
Let's run.
What is it? What is that? The anime run?
Yeah,
the Batman run?
anime run.
Yeah,
The
but
Batman run where they
No,
put their
it's-
no,
hands
it's
back
an
and they-
anime.
It's an anime.
Like Naturo or Naruto. Sorry. Yeah, see, clearly I don't watch anime. But yeah, a lot of running. People got their steps in, specifically the kids. But let's do our comedy scale.
Naruto fans. He's a movie Mamba on Instagram.
Yeah, you
Make
come
sure
at
you
me.
come at 'em.
Let me know some anime. Let me know, where do I start? There's
Drop
so
his
many.
handle so they can harass you.
Seen this pod. It's all of our handles across everything. Let's do the comedy scales. Thumbs up, even, or down. Erica, we'll start with you. You said you're disappointed. Does that give it a down?
Nah, it's gonna be
Even.
it's gonna be an even.
Okay.
It's gonna be an even because I do want to recommend this movie like when it's streaming, because I would love to hear like what other people think about it.
Mm,
But am I gonna recommend that you go to the movies and see this?
no. Don't wait for stream.
Yeah, just wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian?
Yeah, I'll give it a
going
thumbs up.
Thumbs
I'll
up.
go thumbs up.
Representing.
It was a fun time. I've spoken to a few people, and to be honest, I thought it was mixed reviews, but now that I think back, I want to say it's like 5-1. And 5 people liked it. I think only one person.
You're
said
saying
they
that you
didn't
talked to
like it.
people before watching it.
Before watching it.
Yeah,
I talked to like 6 people, and it was 5-1. 5 yes and 1 no. So
I see.
I want to go with the yes. I think
Okay.
it was a fun time. I enjoyed it.
And you were going into the movie like, why are you taking me to this movie? Is this a scary movie as
Yeah,
lights turn down? Because,
but I went in there with no like I hadn't seen any previews. All I saw was some little kids running, And so I didn't know anything about it, but I like going into movies, not seeing previews, not knowing the plot. And so most of the time they're enjoyable. This one had an interesting twist at the end, I guess it wasn't even a twist. It's just like the whole notion of it is very much more believable than say like an Alien. You know what I mean? Like,
You see, what happened in this movie is more plausible
yes,
than Alien,
yes.
for example. Oh,
For example, like, not necessarily that there's not aliens out there, because I definitely believe there's aliens out there.
Okay.
But yeah, like it made sense to me, and maybe because I'm a little bit of on a spiritual level,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I've had some type of like witchcraft stuff
Well,
happen.
hey, who knows if that's what it is? You gotta wait till we
So
get the
I'm just saying,
spoilers.
like, I've been on that end, and so I can understand, like,
Maybe we just change this episode to hear about your witchcraft
yeah,
stories.
maybe. Or it
See what's
reminded me of that
happened.
movie, Get Out. You know?
Sure. Well, let's go into spoilers before Agent spoils anything else.
Yes, please. I already said it.